So I think you need to pay me. I would say 1,000. I'll put it in your terminology. 1,000 quid to come into my
Oh,
house.
oh, wait. Uh, can we not like lower that a little bit?
No,
Or
no, that's the fee. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the amazing, the lovely, the awesome Holly. What's up,
yes.
Holly? How you doing?
Hi, it's me. I'm back.
So today we're on your channel, your topic.
Yep.
Let's discuss. What do you have for us?
Today we are going to be discussing whether or not it is right to charge an entry fee when you host something on your island, and kind of just having a discussion about where you would draw the line if you did charge an entry fee. So, a lot of people do hosting events like Lucky Dips or other games, cataloging events. What else? Oh, if Celeste is on their island, if they've got a good turnip price. I think the turnip price is probably where it's most common.
Yeah, turnip price is where it started.
Yeah, turnip price was like the OG where the entry fee started. But I just want to know what you think about entry fees.
So I have multiple thoughts on the idea. So for me personally, I have different rules for myself personally, and then what it is. So here's the way, because I'm old school Animal Crossing, and the way it was always presented to me was, you tip the person that you're going into their town to buy turnips. That was all it ever was about. It was about selling turnips. That's all it was ever about. Tipping was only about like, hey, if I'm opening up my gates for you to come in, so you can sell to Joan at the time. Now it's Daisy May. It's only fair for me to leave money behind.
Yeah, of course.
But it's never been in my belief system that you should force people to pay. But I've always felt like it's the so for me personally, it's kind of weird as we're going to get through this. If you come to my island, I don't expect anybody to pay anything.
Yeah.
If you want to leave something, you leave something, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you you have to pay a certain fee to come. And in fact, I don't want anything for you to come to my island at all. I've always been under that belief structure that if I trade with you, if I open my gates for you to come talk to one of my villagers to get a DIY, I'm not charging you for that. Like, we're friends,
it's
you
like
come do
so
it.
quick. Yeah.
It's nonsense.
Definitely.
But like, it's tough, man.
It's such a tough topic.
I feel like when it comes to turnips, I'm fine with that. I feel like if you're going to charge me an entry fee to come talk to a villager to do a DIY, that is so stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if that offends people or upsets people, but man, that is the dumbest thing in the world to actually charge people to do. But people are doing it. It's crazy.
Definitely. I think it's like proportionate to kind of what it is you're opening your island up for, because what made me actually think of this is the other night I was just scrolling on, I think it was Twitter something or Facebook, I can't remember what it was, and someone was doing a cataloguing event with an entry fee of 50 Nook Miles tickets, per person. So that's huge. However, when I actually thought about it, so this guy had laid out 600 items. He had full sets. He had full everything. He was like, you can take as much time as you need. It was kind of one of those, that takes a lot of time to organize all of that, to get people going back and forth. And obviously everyone jumped on it. And like we kind of talked about in a previous Breaking Bells, the Nook Mile tickets are kind of now sort of oversaturated in the market. There's so many of them. So I guess it's kind of like, but it's still, I was really on the fence about it, because I've hosted Lucky Dips. I've spent 5-6 hours just with people coming and going. And like, I've never asked for an entry fee ever, because I don't really need anything, but it's kind of like,
here's the thing. This is a newfound thing. This whole thing that's going on right now. I'm from an era of Animal Crossing where you help each other for free. I don't expect a single thing from you when you come to my town. Nothing. Yeah. But you know what? When I go to your town, I'm not expecting you to charge me, but I'm going to take care of you. That's
that's exactly it.
That's my old school belief in this situation. Yeah. So if I come to someone's town and I'm buying turnips, because this is the way I believe. If I'm selling turnips, I'm probably going to make a couple million bells easily per trip. I have zero issue of dropping a bag of bells on the way out.
Yeah.
No issue. I drop 2 bags every single time. I tip 10% of my profits.
Yeah, which is the standard.
That's the standard. I think,
which is perfect. Which is just a perfect, like... Yeah, absolutely.
Typical places will do... Now, see, here's the thing. When I started the Discord, it got a little weird at first. Because people were actually just going and selling and leaving.
Yeah.
And I put a rule in place. Because I felt like, man, if someone's opening their gates for you, don't be cheap. Don't be greedy. When you go in there, give the person 10%. And I made the rule of 10% up to 99,000 bells.
Yeah,
that's fair. People got upset that I was telling people you had to do that. And I was like, listen, they're opening their gates. They're spending time to let you... Like, I've watched literally hours someone sit there with their gates open.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there and I'm occupying my time for 4 hours while you come, while a bunch of people come and go, it's only fair we drop a couple bells on the way out.
Yeah.
That's all. And I don't feel like I'm asking anybody to do anything that I wouldn't do myself.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Now, when it comes to trading items, things like that, I think it's out of line.
Yeah.
And I've created a culture in my Discord where...
sorry.
You're
sorry.
Fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Things
you're
up
fine.
The background.
You're fine.
Can you stop?
It's fine.
Hello, that's it. Say hi to Bobby. Hello. And then we go.
You go. It's fine. As long as you don't throw the cat over your shoulder, we're good.
No.
But the thing is like when I've created this culture in the Discord because they actions speak louder than the words.
Yeah.
Do as I do, not as I say.
Yeah.
And people have realized that, like, hey, if I need something, Bobby's going to just give it to me. He's not going to charge me for it. He's not going to do stuff. And that's essentially what it's boiled down to. Mm-hmm. Of, like, if you go into the Discord, they're trading stuff all day long. They're letting people come in all day long. And we're not charging a single dime. And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
That's the way I believe it should be. So,
do you know what? The only I did a video weeks ago now, and it was kind of like how to protect yourself against like scammers and stuff like that.
Yeah, for different
and I put in that video, if you're really concerned, obviously with stuff like that, there's lots of things you can do. There's lots of steps you can take to not be scammed and stuff. But one of my points was actually charge an entry fee, because if you're really bothered that someone's going to scam you, if you just charge a little entry fee, I guess, it will deter kind of people from scamming. The thing is, people are going to scam regardless.
They don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, because you drop a bag. If I drop a bag of bells on the ground, you have no idea what that is until you grab it.
Yeah.
And to be truthful, if I drop a bag of bells on the ground and I go in, man, I can do so much damage so quickly.
Oh God, yeah. Especially if you're picking up a villager or something. But
whatever it is.
Yeah, it was the only thing that I was like, this is the only positive for like the consumer. The other person doing it, I mean, that I would maybe kind of justify. But the thing is like, and we touched on this in a previous episode, but it's kind of like, I think the reason that we also don't maybe charge an entry fee is because we have a community of people that, like, for example, I don't know if you've seen all of my star fragment posts, but I have been begging for star fragments. So it's kind of like, when I need stuff, I know there are people around me that I can purchase them off of, and I don't kind of have to, I wouldn't charge an entry. I wouldn't anyway, but do you know what I mean? It's kind of like so maybe the people that charge are the people that don't have these big communities. They don't have lots of friends on the game. They don't have... But I mean,
get that, but I disagree. Right. I disagree because they're in a Facebook... I don't
think it makes it right, but I think that's why people do it.
They're in a Facebook group. They have a community. They're part of a community.
Yeah, definitely.
If you treat people right... I got to tell you right now, Facebook communities right now... I'm not in a lot of Discord. I'm only in 2 Discords that I really am kind of active in. And the Discords are fine for me. The Facebook groups are just out of control right now.
They're a roller coaster. That's what they are. They're always up and down.
It's so much fighting and arguing and bickering and this. And I just... kind of like I go in there to kind of
boring.
I go there just to keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on, but I am so away from that anymore that it's not even funny.
Yeah, definitely.
But
and that's where all those arguments start. That's you know.
But ultimately, for me, I feel like just treat people with respect. Play the game like you want to play the game, or you want people to treat you in the game. Find a good Discord to get in, something where people are treating you the way you want to be treated. Yeah. Again, what we have going on in ours, they're not charging each other. And the funny thing is like, if people are like, hey man, I need Nook Mile tickets, people are just giving them to each other.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. Like,
that's what you want. That's the community you want to be a part of. If you don't feel like that community is right for you, or you feel like that, trust me, this is what I want. This is what I'm trying to explain. There are communities out there like mine. Yeah. Like my Discord. Yeah. Go find those communities. Seriously. Yeah. And you will find them. And when you go find them,
they are there. Like, even on like Twitter, there's lots of really amazing people on there, and it's kind of like I said, doesn't excuse it, but I guess those people that do charge an entry fee, like, maybe just feel like they're lacking in some way.
They're greedy.
If you just get yourself
don't give nobody a pass. Don't give me nobody a pass here. You're greedy. Yeah. It's that simple. You know, I understand. I understand. Like, listen, it started at, hey, a couple of Nook Mile tickets, right? And
now it's like 50.
Now it's like 50, 100 to go into some of these places. Like, no. Come on, man. Be reasonable about what you're doing here. So it's continued to escalate and get out of control, and you know, it's whatever. But I think we just need to find a common ground, and just because what Animal Crossing was built upon originally was just helping each other, working together, and creating these communities in the game system, in the game, like, and that's what it was all about. That's the way I've always treated this game, and I've always pushed forward with this game. So
definitely, no, I completely agree, and I think that I really like. It's kind of like when you go into these situations where you're either hosting and you don't have an entry fee, you need to have it in your mind that, like, don't expect too much from people. I'll give a quick example. I was giving Rosie away, and I just said, like, by the way, I don't need anything. It's not an issue, because people sell her for loads. I know. Anyway, the lady that actually got her from me gave me a tip, and up until this point, I'd had like 500k given to me, like, as a tip for like random things that I'd let them do on my island and stuff like that. And she gave me 1 Nook Mile ticket and 2,000 bells. And I was like, do you know what though? When you're first starting out the game, that's a hell of a lot to give. Yeah. But then I guess there are going to be some people that are just like, wow, that's rude. That's almost like just
for me, don't give me nothing. I don't want anything.
Exactly. Like, it doesn't need to be anything extravagant. You know, it's just, if you can tip and if you want to tip, then do so. But it's not essential. And as long as people realize that you shouldn't expect a tip, and it's totally down to the individual, then, you know, you're never going to feel like you've missed out as well.
I agree.
Yeah.
So for now, that is all we have today. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please slap the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. If you're not a subscriber to Holly's channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell too, so you know what's going on over here. You can follow me, Instagram, Twitter, at Nintendo Gurus. You can follow Holly over on Twitter, at Holly Crossing with 2 I's. That is all. Peace out, Preston.
Bye.